So you're telling me that you got leads from 25 cents to 40 cents. Oh. Anybody listening to that as a real estate agent is going to get excited and Hi, I'm Rick Keller with Keller Williams Keystone, and I'm here today with Katie Klenk, relatively new agent in her second year, and I want to discuss why she decided to come to Keller Williams and talk a little bit about how she was able to become one of the top agents in our market in just her second year in the business. So, Katie, let's start with why you decided to come to Keller Williams. I know that you interviewed with almost everybody out there, and I'm just curious to know why Keller Williams.
So like you did say, Rick, I did interview with quite a few brokerages prior to choosing Keller Williams, and it came down to the top two. Keller Williams obviously was one, and I actually spoke to an agent in California to make my final decision, and that's what helped me choose Keller Williams. And at this point in my life, I'm not sure where I want to end up, if it's in this area or another area. And because Keller Williams is worldwide, it allowed that door to open. So even though I'm working in real estate here, I can decide to move wherever I want to, and I can still have my job. Another one was the family feel of it. A lot of the other brokers were more focused on the pay scale for a new agent, and that didn't worry me so much because I knew that would come in the future.
Now, when you met with other brokerages, I know every brokerage trains a little bit differently. Some of them have classes, some of them have mentors. Here at Keller Williams, we have a productivity coaching program where we coach you, we hold you accountable, we have programs and models and stuff. Like, did you notice that at all? Was that something that was important to you?
It was a big factor in the final decision to come to Keller Williams. I liked the fact that they had this system that had put in place and other agents had done prior to me coming in and been successful with it. So we could learn from each other as well as have that person to ask questions of.
Yes, so the productivity coaching program, I'm actually very, very proud of in what we've been able to do through coaching. I use the analogy, if anyone's ever played sports, there's a difference between someone that you hire to just mentor you and they give you some drills or some things to do and you do it on your own, as compared to showing up at practice and the coach is there to make sure that your fundamentals are there and that you're doing things correctly. And you mentioned that there is a group of people in the class that you can lean on. Did you see that anywhere else? What were your other options as you interviewed and looked at other brokerages?
So a lot of the other brokerages were very different from Keller Williams. It was more of a classroom setting that you had to attend certain hours, and once you finished the 3-week class, you were done and they weren't going to train you anymore. A couple of the other brokerages had where it was a one-on-one mentor, and I've found through my history with sports that I learn best when I'm watching other people around me doing the same thing I am and leaning on each other as well as that main person. So it was something that interested me when I came over with the program.
So the productivity coaching program really helped you grow as an agent. And in your second year now, you're going to be over $6 million in volume, one of the top agents in the area. Was there anything else that helped you grow your business so quickly?
When I first came into Keller Williams and learned about the technology that they had, the systems and tech was pretty amazing to me. And I latched right onto it and was able to use that to stay organized and follow the systems to be able to keep my transactions under control. Whereas as a new agent, with a lot of other brokerages, I see agents having trouble keeping it all together. And I found that with the technology that Keller Williams provided us, it was very simple to keep it all in one place, and I knew where to go when I had questions within my own transactions.
So you mentioned having to keep everything together and that Keller Williams technology was able to allow you to do that as compared to other brokerages' technology not being up to par. What exactly do you mean by keeping it all together?
So it's been really nice with Keller Williams technology because it's all in one place. So when I said I'm able to organize it and keep it all together, I meant I have one platform that I can go to talk to my clients, to interact with them. The same platform will help me keep my deals on track. It's very similar to before technology started, you had cards that you kept organized and kept in shoeboxes. And it's been very similar to that, whereas my clients can move from one section to the other within this platform. So I go from marketing, lead gen, transaction management, it's all in the same place. So it's not just a CRM, it's everything. And I think that has really helped me keep organized and be able to do the transactions and the numbers that I have this year.
So you mentioned lead generation. I know I talk to agents every day, and there's so many different ways of generating leads. And I know a lot of people are paying a lot of money for lead gen, whether it be Zillow or Realtor.com or some of the many other even more expensive options that are out there. How does this one platform help you with lead gen? What's been your experience?
So my first experience with it was just being able to call my sphere of influence. It kept me on track for who I needed to call every day, but associated with that is also it has a lead generation system that attaches to Google Words and Facebook. And through the Facebook ads that I ran when I got listings, I was getting leads for as little as 25 to 40 cents a lead. So then I could just sit down and make the phone calls. And as soon as I became comfortable making phone calls, it was very easy from there.
So you're telling me that you got leads from 25 cents to 40 cents. Anybody listening to that as a real estate agent is going to get excited and want to know more, or else they're just not going to believe you because it's crazy. So tell me a little bit more about it. Dig in.
So it was actually surprising to me. So when I first started doing it, obviously the leads didn't come in at the 20 to 40 cent piece. So I started with $1, them costing $1. I would spend $30 on a Facebook ad. And from there, I learned what I needed to put on to help and bring in more leads. And it got to the point where I actually had to turn it off. I think I've maybe spent $300 this year on it total, and I've gotten 600, 700 leads. It's way more than I can handle, except for this platform has automated follow-up, so I'm able to sift through the leads and find out who truly is interested and then follow up with phone calls and text messages from there.
So these, you say you started out and they're like $1 lead. I mean, anybody I talk to, they're getting leads for $1. That's incredible. But you were able to further whittle it down to less than 50 cents a lead. And so you're saying that you created too many leads, you couldn't handle them.
Yeah.
But you're saying that the system still is automated enough that you can leverage your time by using it. I mean, so I think, well, anybody can do Facebook ads. What's different? Why are you able to do it and somebody else couldn't go on Facebook and do Facebook ads and get the same result?
So through this system and this platform that Keller Williams provided to me, I'm able to create the ad in less than 5 minutes. So it's super simple because they do all of the difficult portions on the backside. So being an agent, I don't want to deal with all the tech portions of it. So they take that away. They make it super easy for me to just create the ad. And then once the leads come in, they dump right into my CRM that's in the same platform. So I get notified that I have a new lead. I can go in, I can call them, I can find out what ad they came in from, what house they might be interested in, or what program I advertised. And from there, I can set them up on drip campaigns that are automated. As soon as they drop in to my CRM, they're automatically hooked up to those drip campaigns as well as already pre-tagged for me. So it's super easy to go back in and find out who are the ones that are responding back to the drips and the text message, the auto text messages that are coming out.
So you're a single agent, I know some big teams or some big agents out there are saying, okay, well, that's great, but we generate thousands of leads. Does this same system allow for a team to up the ante and create thousands of leads and be able to divvy them? I mean, how much automation is there really?
It's definitely scalable. There are a ton of large teams that are using the platform and doing very well with it. It's not something that is only an individual agent. There is lead routing, so you can choose as the rainmaker or team leader, you can choose who the leads go to, what time of day, what day of the week, anything like that. And as I said, the drip campaigns, once you set them up and they come in, it's all automated.
So what's the security like? Because a lot of agents are afraid to use their company's CRM or their tools, their tech. I mean, I can tell you from personal experience, my former brokerage just deleted my stuff. I lost all my contacts. It was, I never even thought that would happen, and that's always a big concern.
So it is a big concern, but Gary Keller has made it very obvious that he wants to keep the real estate agent in the business. And with creating this platform, it's a Keller Williams platform that only Keller Williams agents have available to them. The market centers and the leaders within Keller Williams cannot see the contacts that are within your CRM. They can only see the numbers. So they can see how many numbers you have in your CRM, they can see how many transactions you're doing, but they cannot access any of your contacts. And along with that, if I decide for some reason that I would want to leave, I'm able to export everything. It takes my notes, it takes my tags, it takes all my interactions with that client into an Excel file.
So other than lead generation, transaction management, CRM, what are some other cool things that this massive system, is all-in-one system, can do if someone were interested?
So it has, your website is associated with it. You can also create landing pages. Not only that, I'm sure a lot of other agents use a program called Canva and pay for it. We have a program very similar associated within the platform called Designs. And I create business cards, letterhead. You can create Facebook posts, email templates. You can also do mass emails. You can do flyers, so postcard flyers at a discounted rate because it's all coming from this platform. So there's a lot of other, and that's just the tip of the iceberg for this platform.
There's a lot of stuff. Like agents pay a lot of money for lead gen, for CRMs, for Canva, for so many different tools and third-party vendors that are out there. What's the additional cost for a Keller Williams agent?
So to have this platform, it's totally free for Keller Williams agents. There's no additional cost to it besides the cost that you put into it. So I do pay for my own Facebook ads, and I do pay for any flyers that I send out or mailers that I decide to do through the platform. So there is that cost, but there is no additional cost for the platform.
Well, Katie, thank you for your time. I appreciate you sharing a little bit about your business and how you're able to create such a vibrant business in only your second year. Again, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for taking the time to sit down with me.
Thank you, Rick. I truly appreciate it, and I'm happy to have chosen Keller Williams.